Collision BoA is back, and then suddenly not. The K-pop pioneer returns with a bold new album, but a painful twist cancels her solo concert Collision. For anyone who grew up with K-pop in their bloodstream, the name BoA isn't just a name, it's a legacy. From the moment she exploded onto the Korean music scene at just 14 years old, BoA, often hailed as the Asian star, was never just a typical teen idol. She was a force, a trailblazer, a one-woman revolution. And now, 25 years later, that same fire still burns, though this time it flickers beneath the shadow of unexpected heartbreak. On August 4th at 6 p.m. Korea Standard Time, BoA is set to release her 11th full-length studio album, titled simply but provocatively, Crazier. It's not just a release, it's a milestone. Her first full album in nearly 5 years, Crazier marks both a comeback and a commemoration, arriving precisely in time for her 25th debut anniversary. But even as fans around the world prepare to stream, celebrate, and maybe cry a little, one question echoes louder than the beats of her dance tracks. Where is BoA? Microphone, the comeback we were waiting for. Let's rewind. The year is 2000. The world was preparing for a new millennium, and South Korea had just met its newest prodigy, BoA. At the age of 14, she released her debut album, ID. Peace Be, and didn't just top the charts, she rewrote them. Within 2 years, she became the first Korean artist to break into the Japanese market, a move that would lay the groundwork for the global K-pop explosion we know today. Long before BTS conquered stadiums or Blackpink shattered YouTube records, there was BoA, dancing, singing, and translating fluently in Japanese and English, blazing a path where none existed. And now she's coming full circle. Crazier is more than an album. It's an echo of everything she's been and a promise of who she still is. Comprising 11 tracks, the album moves seamlessly through genres, from pulse-pounding dance anthems to soul-bearing ballads, reflecting the complex mosaic of BoA's artistry. The title track, also called Crazier, is already generating buzz among fans and critics alike, with teasers hinting at both sonic experimentation and emotional depth. It's bold, it's mature, and yes, it's a little crazy in the best way. But what makes the album especially poignant is that BoA herself contributed as both lyricist and composer for several tracks. Longtime fans will remember this isn't new territory. She's previously penned fan favorites like Only One, The Ethereal Emptiness, and the fierce Forgive Me. But this time the lyrics cut deeper. Maybe because this time there's more at stake. And then, Silence, the concert that wasn't. Originally, Crazier was to be followed by a triumphant 2-day solo concert at the Jamsil Indoor Stadium in Seoul, scheduled for August 30th to 31st. Fans had already started counting down the days, not just to sing along but to witness history. It would have been her 5th solo concert, and the first in several years. Then came the announcement no one wanted. Cancelled. Just weeks before the big day, SM Entertainment released a statement confirming that BoA had been diagnosed with acute osteoarthritis in her knee, a painful, degenerative joint condition. Doctors warned her, no more high-impact dancing, no more rehearsals, no stage. Worse still, BoA now needs surgery, and soon, to prevent the condition from worsening. For the artist who once danced with razor-sharp precision across Tokyo Dome stages, who choreographed her own routines and trained the next generation of SM artists, the news feels surreal. For fans, it's a gut punch. Speech balloon, she's human after all. To some, BoA has always seemed untouchable, flawless, robotic in her discipline, divine in her delivery. She was the perfect performer, never missing a beat, never aging a day, never showing fatigue. But now, confronted by physical limits, we are reminded, she's human. And perhaps that's what makes this moment even more powerful. Her label's statement released Tuesday was direct yet sobering. BoA recently began experiencing increased knee pain. After a comprehensive evaluation, she was diagnosed with acute osteoarthritis and has been advised by medical experts to avoid strenuous physical activities, especially dancing. Surgery has been deemed necessary to prevent further deterioration. There was no fanfare. No dramatic press conference, just quiet truth, and a wave of fan heartbreak that swept across social media like wildfire. Hashtags like #GetWellSoonBoA and #BoA25th anniversary began trending within hours. Global fans, many of whom have followed her for decades, sent their love not with gifts and memes, but with long emotional posts about what BoA's music meant to them over the years. One fan from Indonesia wrote, "BoA saved my teenage years. She was strong when I couldn't be. I wanted to grow up like her. I hope she knows she's not alone now." Another from Brazil posted, "We'll wait. No matter how long. Your health first, Queen. Headphone the album that speaks louder now." Ironically, the cancellation of the concert might just shine a brighter light on the music itself. With the stage gone, the microphones unplugged, and the spotlight temporarily dimmed, Crazier becomes not just a celebration, but a confession, a love letter, a testament. Each track now carries double the weight, not just as entertainment, but as evidence of perseverance. While full details of the tracklist are still under wraps, insiders reveal the album blends nostalgia with experimentation. There are nods to early 2000s synth-pop, haunting piano-driven ballads, and even a surprise collaboration, rumored to be with a rising SM rookie artist, though names have not been confirmed. There's talk of one track written entirely as a message to her younger self, the 14-year-old BoA who stepped into a world of blinding lights and unforgiving expectations. And perhaps now, with decades of wisdom behind her and scars both visible and invisible, she finally gets to sing back. Crystal ball, what comes next? Can the concert be rescheduled? SM Entertainment has cautiously stated that it will depend on BoA's recovery post-surgery. No official date has been set, and truthfully, no one's asking for one right now. What fans are asking for is simple rest, recovery, and the knowledge that their star, even if she isn't currently dancing, is still shining. In a strange way, this sudden halt feels right. Not fair, but right. BoA has always given everything to her art, sometimes too much. Now, perhaps for the first time in decades, she's giving something to herself. Time. Sparkler 25 years later. Still crazier than ever. As K-pop continues its global domination, spawning supergroups and breaking barriers that once seemed impossible, it's important to remember the ones who pushed the first domino. BoA wasn't handed a paved road, she built it. And now with Crazier, she proves that after 25 years, her voice hasn't faltered. Her spirit hasn't faded. If anything, it's become more resilient, more reflective, and yes, maybe even a little crazier. Not in the reckless way, but in the way that says, "I've been through hell and I still choose to sing." So when the album drops on August 4th at 6 p.m. Korea Standard Time, listen closely. You're not just hearing music. You're hearing history. You're hearing BoA, the artist, the fighter, the legend on her own terms. And if we've learned anything over the past 25 years, it's this. You can slow her down, but you can't stop BoA. Not now. Not ever.